Shalom, shalom, brother Aaron, Roy Regime of Yahushua. And first and foremost, we're going to say, call Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rakakadash. I also want to say double honors to the elders and leaders of the nation of Yasha Allah, who's pushing this truth and sincerity, as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children, the believers who believe wholeheartedly. Okay, I want to say shalom. Today's lesson, I titled this Demonization of the Saints. Okay, because that's exactly the time that we're approaching or beginning to be in now, according to prophecy. Okay, there's a time that the Bible lets us know that Esau, the devil, physical counterpart, Esau, the devil, the so-called white man, would come against the Lord's chosen people. Would come against, whether you want to say persecution, in general would be persecution, but what we want to focus on today, part of that persecution would be the demonization, okay, of the Lord's people. Okay, trying to convince or influence the masses, specifically the 2/3 of our people who hasn't quite awoken yet, to not hearken, don't listen to these so-called Israelites, to these people, is all evil. Okay, it's of the devil, it's evil. They're going to label the Lord's people everything from domestic terrorisms to anything you could think of, false flags, lies, things straight up just made up. Okay, that's what the devil do. Okay, he's the father of lies. And that's what we're starting to see, and the Bible talks about it. We're going to see more of it. Okay, demonizing the truth, but nonetheless, the will of the Lord will prevail. Okay, when it's all said and done, okay, the Lord's chosen, his elect will stand. Okay, so let's open up with the definition of demonization. Okay, this is the Google definition, demonization, the portrayal of something as wicked or threatening. And then it uses an example. We are against the demonization of people with different views. Okay, so the portrayal of something wicked or threatening. Okay, so that's what the devil is going to do to the saints of the Lord. Part of the persecution will be demonization, trying to make it like this awakening of the Most High is evil or wicked. All right, so let's grab a few precepts. Let me start off, let's see, let me pull up this Bible out. Let's start off in St. John 8:32, because we know this truth is out in the last days, and this truth is revealing all the lies of the devil. See, the whole white man's, his whole system was built off of deceit. Okay, lies, deceit, rape, murder, robbery. We know the history. Okay, so the truth, just like his kingdom was built on deceit and lies, the truth is what's tearing it down. The truth through what? These holy scriptures. All right, so where we said we open it up, let's get St. John 8:32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Okay, the truth of this holy Bible, the Holy Spirit revealing the truth in his last days, that's what's going to make us free. All right, let's grab Colossians 1:26. Even the mystery which had been hidden from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints. So the mysteries, everything that's been hidden, covered up, including the mysteries, the lies that we've been taught about the Holy Scriptures, where the Lord said in the last days, he pouring out his spirit upon all flesh. So his people are waking up. So all the things that's been hidden that tried to be covered are now being exposed, revealed through the ministry of this truth. This is 2 Ezra 6:19. And will begin to make inquisition against them for what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness. And when the affliction of Zion be fulfilled, and when the world shall begin to vanish away, shall be finished, then I will show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. See that? And this is what the world, at least the chosen, is waking up to the truth. We're seeing it all together. Let's jump down to verse 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which had been so long without fruit, shall be declared. And this is what we're standing on our feet doing now in the last days. The Spirit of the Lord has his men, his elect men, standing up, speaking, prophesying his word. Okay, so the truth is being declared. All right, now the job of the enemy is to try to come against that truth. Okay, there's nothing he can do. He's at his end. He's already been revealed and exposed. Okay, let me grab that real quick. This is Jeremiah 49:10. This truth has it revealed and exposed him. But I have made Esau bare. Okay, we know who Esau is, the so-called white man. I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled in his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. See, making him bare means exposed. Everything that he's tried to cover up and hide. Okay, who the Most High is. Okay, putting the Lord in his image, the Son of the Most High, and this white false image. Okay, lying on the doctrine of the Bible. Okay, telling you that the covenants, the promise, everything of the scriptures, anybody, when the Lord gave his covenants, his secrets and things to Israel. Okay, Psalms 147, 19, 20. Okay, he gave his covenant and things to Israel. He ain't dealt so with any other nation, roughly paraphrasing. But all of these are examples of the lies that this infrastructure, this kingdom has been built on. So now through the prophesying and speaking of this truth, is tearing it down. He's being revealed. He's being exposed. Okay, this is Isaiah 44:25. That frustrated the tokens of the lies and make it dividers mad. That turneth wise men backwards and make it their knowledge foolish. What turn them backwards and make it their knowledge foolish? This truth. Okay, there is nothing higher, nothing more powerful than this truth. What's considered the wisdom of wise men of this world, they're confounded through what? This truth, this Bible being prophesied, preached, taught, broke down the right way. So this is what's happening. Also, Isaiah 25:7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. Part of that covering cast and that veil has been the spiritual lie. That's the earth covered in darkness. Okay, the white man's lies about everything. Okay, it's been a spiritual covering cast of blindness. The majority of the earth has believed it up until now, into the last days when the Lord said he pour out his spirit upon all flesh. Okay, so now the eyes of the blind, the ears of the deaf are being opened, talking about spiritually. Okay, we're able to see what through the men of the Lord, what prophesying through this truth. Okay, so this truth is casting him down. Okay, let's grab Hosea 5:6. Just to show you the way that the Lord would use to bring him down is through the teaching of this truth. Okay, Hosea 6:5. Therefore I have hewed them by the prophets, I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and thy judgment are as the light that goeth forth. So to hew something down is to cut it down. The Lord say, I've hewed them down by the word of the prophets. The teaching of this truth is tearing down those lies. All right. Now, because those lies are being torn down, because Esau is revealed and exposed in the last days, he only has one other recourse, okay? And that's to what? Physically come after the men of the Lord, come after the saints, which is what we're talking about in this lesson, the persecution and demonization of the saints. Okay, let's get Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens. The heavens is going into the prophets, the elect of the Lord. Rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down into you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. See that? A short time for what? A short time for his rulership, his kingdom. Okay, he has a short time left. That's obvious. The whole world sees and knows that now. Okay, so what? He's now going to come down with great wrath. Verse 13, and when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth a man child. Okay, what casting down to the earth, what means low, he's falling from his power position. Okay, it ain't hard to see. You look at what's happening from the economy to his military, everything is weaker than it's ever been. Okay, that's through what? The teaching, the prophesying of the word. Okay, this holy sword. Let's jump down to verse 17. And when the dragon saw, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh, and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Okay, those are the true servants of men of the Lord, the saints of the Lord. Okay, so when he saw he was casted down, meaning falling from grace, power, what? He turned to what? Persecute the saints of the Lord. Shut this word up. Shut this truth up. Anybody who believing in it. Okay? Let's see. Let's grab. How is he gonna do that now? Like he said, one of the main ways of attacking or persecuting the saints, okay, or the woman, which is Israel, the saints, is what? Through demonization. Okay, before it go to war or target anybody first, it always starts with a campaign, demonization campaign. Before we can go to war with these people, we first got to spin it, put in the media, give our narrative, our perspective. Well, this is why we taking these people down. They oppress their own people. They do this, they do that. They have weapons of mass destruction. All these different things. Okay, that's part of the pre-phase agenda in the beginning before they move in. So what they can have the masses support. Well, why are they doing this? Oh, well, they're evil. They do this. Remember, we read the definition of demonization, to portray something to be wicked or evil. So if we can successfully portray something as wicked or evil, then what? The majority of the masses will back it, have that type of support. Okay, so the main ways this demonization is going to come is by way of what? Esau, the white man's media. Okay, his narrative spinning things. All right, so let's grab Psalm 7 and 14. Behold, he travailed with iniquity, and had conceived mischief. He had brought forth falsehoods. Okay, so this he that is referring to is talking about the wicked Esau, Edom. It's letting you know the Bible reveals all. It's giving their mentality, their thought process. Okay, it says he dwelleth in mischief. He's brought forth what? Falsehood. Falsehood means lies. Okay, Esau is a liar. Let's grab Deuteronomy 30. What is that? Deuteronomy 33 and 29. Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by the Most High, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency. And thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee. See that? Thy enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread of their high places. This is where we going. Let's grab Psalms. Well, Job 13 and 4. Let's get that. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. Okay, because everything that the white man has ever brought forth pretty much has been a lie. It's nothing to benefit your spirit. Nothing that's going to be really true, especially if it's pertaining to the things of the Lord. Okay, so they're forgers of lies. Physicians of no value. All right, let's grab Psalms 10 and 7. His mouth is full of cursing. Deceit and fraud is under his tongue. Is mischief and vanity. So his mouth full of deceit, nothing but cursing and mischief. This is Psalms 27 and 12. Deliver me not over into the will of my enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. So this was David's prayer, and it's the same thing we're praying in the last days. David had enemies. He was also prophesying and seeing future events. Okay, well, this is our prayer to the Lord too. Don't deliver us or turn us over into the hands of our enemies. Let me read that again. Deliver me not into the will of my enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me. That's the demonization. False witnesses, lies, and such as breathe out cruelty. All right, let's grab, let me get Psalms 50 and 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue framest deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thy own mother's son. What brothers are they talking about? This going to what? Genesis 25, Esau, Jacob. Okay, showing you he has a perpetual hatred for his brother Jacob. These things thou hast done, and I've kept silent. Thou thoughtest I was altogether such as one as thyself. Because the white man ain't been judged yet, he actually thought the Lord was on his side. But I will reprove thee and sit them in order before thy eyes. And this is exactly what's happening in the last day. The Lord is starting to reprove them now, bring them down, getting ready to judge them, and what he's sitting his nation in order right before the world's eyes. All right. Let's grab Psalms 36 and 2. We'll pick it up from. All right, Salakia for that. They kicked me off the live, but we right back. David, a servant of the Most High, the transgression of the wicked said within my heart, that there is no fear of Yahweh before his eyes, because the white man don't have no fear of the Lord. Okay, not the one, not the true God that's written in this Bible. Okay, verse 2. For he flattered himself in his own eyes, and to his iniquity be found hateful. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. See that? He had left off to be wise and to do good. He devised mischief upon his bed. He sitteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorred not evil. So he framing mischief upon his bed, meaning as soon as these people wake up, this is the evil that they're thinking about. Okay, these are your top elites, international bankers, your Club of Rome's, your so-called royal family, your Bill Gates and all of these, the Bezos and all these type of people like that. This is what it's talking about. Okay, these people can't sleep unless it's some type of wickedness, some type of evil that they're plotting against the Lord's people. Okay, let me get a precept on there real quick. Psalms 83. Keep not, Psalms 83 and 1, keep not thou silent, O Yahweh, and hold not thy peace. Be not still, O Yahweh. This is our prayer. Hear our prayer, Lord. Don't be still. Move, activate, shake your hand, judge these devils. Verse 2, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. So thy enemies make a tumult. What's a tumult? Like a wicked agreement, a pact. Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Crafty counsel. Okay, that's wise. That's their think tanks. Okay, a lot of these meetings they have every year, these summits, these World Economic Forums and things. What do you think they're really discussing? Okay, how to keep the Lord's people asleep. How can they stay in power and keep the Lord's people asleep? Keep them from coming into this truth. Okay, which falls into this lesson. How can we demonize them? How can we persecute them? All right, verse 4. They have said, come and let them come. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Because that's the main objective. Come, let us cut them off from being a nation means what? Destroy their identity, hide their heritage, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. See, and then if you go down to verse 6, it starts the list. Let me read verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. So all of these nations, these world leaders, they're confederate with one consent, meaning they've worked together. Okay, that's your white man, your Arab, okay, your little Middle Eastern Indian guy, your Chinese, your Japanese, even your African. Okay, you're pure Hamitic African. Okay, all of these different nations, okay, has conspired to what? Keep Israel, the true people of the Lord, asleep. Keep their identity covered, hidden. Okay, how they've done that by what? Promoting lies, false doctrines and lies, and what? Perpetuating a society full of sin. Because sin is the thing, that's our kryptonite. As Israelites, sin is the thing that keeps the Lord's face against us. So they've perpetuated a whole world and society that's built off of sin to what? Keep these specific people down. Okay, but once again, the truth is out now. But nonetheless, we're showing you the demonization. The Bible calls it perfectly through the Spirit, through these scriptures. All right. Let me play. I had a couple of videos actually I want to play. One moment.
I wonder why Israel's biggest problem is the young generation of the black community. The major problem with Israel.
Now, hold on. This was about a year ago. This was the prime ministers having a meeting in Israel, and they said the biggest issue that they have in Israel, the biggest issue is the young black Americans in America, or the young blacks in America. Okay. Now, what they're really talking about is this awakening that's starting with the Lord's people. All right. So let me back that up a little bit.
I wonder why Israel's biggest problem is the young generation of the black community. The major problem with Israel is the young generation of the black community. We're all the way over here. We don't have no land. We don't have no communities. We don't have any bombs. We don't have any nuclear weapons. We don't have any missiles. We don't have any military. Wouldn't the biggest threat be the people you're actually in war with?
Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or Syria or even Iran.
Could it be that the conspiracies about identity theft are true? But what I think is the biggest threat is that the truth is being revealed, and the world knows that.
So who are the real people? They are the African Americans, the Caribbeans, the West Africans. They're one nation of people. A lot of people will say, oh no, it can't be these black people. The Israelites of the Bible were black. Well, let's just have a look at it, shall we? The Israelites stem from one of the sons of Noah called Shem. One of Shem's sons was called Elam. And we have depictions of what the Elamites looked like. They are black people. The line that ultimately led to King David was Al-Faxad. That line were black people. Just looking at the depiction of these Israelites, but again, that depiction looks like a modern Negro. The Israelites of the Old Testament are not these Jewish people. They're imposters. They're pretending to be the people of the Most High.
I wonder why.
Okay, so that's one example of Esau being bare, revealed, exposed, okay, and being cast down. Because see, once the jig is up, the lie is revealed through what the truth is. No more you can keep it going. If the world know, okay, who the Lord's people are, or if they say, okay, well, if this is the Lord's people, who are these people that's been portraying to be the whole time? So it opens up Pandora's box, on and on and on. Okay, well, if that's the case, the inheritance, the blessing, all of this you read in the Bible that Israel, the Lord's people, is supposed to inherit, okay, we've been looking at the wrong people. See, so it just opens a Pandora's box. So this is what leads to the demonization. Now, there's nothing else to do. He can no longer deceit or lie. Okay, from his education, his technology, his media, nobody's buying it no more. Except for the ones who wanted this gonna stay asleep. 2/3 of our people, they're gonna believe whatever the hell the devil tell them, all the way to the end. Okay, that's prophesied to be that way. Okay, but for the most part, it's nothing else left to do now that he's exposed but suffer what? Demonization, persecution. Okay, come at the people of the Lord. All right, so let me read this scripture one more time. Revelations 12 and 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman. Remember, the woman is Israel. The dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Okay, so they got the new and the old song and the new. The song of Moses, they understand the laws, statutes, and commandments, and what? The new, the testimony, a new covenant, the blood of Yahweh Shah. Okay, so these are who they're targeting, who they're coming against. Okay, let me grab St. Luke 10 and 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Okay, fall represents what's happening now. That's showing us what? His fall from grace, power, his lies, everything's coming down. He's coming to a lower state. Yahweh Shai already saw this coming. All right, let's get Matthew 24 and 9. Let me start at 8. All of these are the beginning of sorrows. Then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And many shall be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Okay, so this is the time that we're coming into. Okay, and you shall be delivered up, and shall be afflicted, and shall kill you. You shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. In verse 10, then many shall be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Okay, so this goes into what's coming next, or what's about to start taking place. So all of the non-believers, okay, a lot of including people that you know, close to you, that know you in this truth, that this faith, family members included, as the Bible say, a lot of these people are going to start turning on you in the last days. Okay, a lot of them are going to start coming against us. All those who have the testimony of truth have been sitting back on the outside looking in at your walk, your faith, your family, what you believe, all this. They're secretly, the words that Esau throw out there, cultish and all of these things. Okay, they're going to start spinning, see something, say something. Anything that doesn't go along with the westernized masses for this mainstream religion, white supremacy, basically, okay, is going to be demonized. Okay, so this is what we're reading about. Yahweh Shah warned us about these things. All right, let's see. There's something else I want to hear. Let me go on down. Let's see. Okay, I guess that's it here. Let's grab Matthew 10 now. Matthew 10 and 16. And y'all bear with me. I'm rolling through the spirit on this one. So Matthew 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Verse 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. So for speaking the truth, look at verse 18 now. Okay, and you shall be brought before governors and kings for my name's sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. So this is another hint, a clue telling you who this persecution and demonization is against. Okay, whose message, okay, ministry talks against what? Officials, the kingdoms of this world and the Gentiles. See, so that's letting you right now, it's talking about Israelites. Okay? Christians got this world-friendly, man-made doctrine. The Lord's coming back for everybody and every nation. So it's not talking about them. Okay, and when they say they should bring you up before testimony against the kings and the Gentiles, what other Christians doesn't prophesy against Babylon, against the worldly empires and nations and things of that example? So it's showing you specifically who this is talking against. This is the saints of the Lord, Israel. All right, let's go to verse 21. And brother shall deliver a brother. And brother shall deliver a brother to death, and father the child, and the child shall raise up against the parents, and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. But when they persecute you in the city, flee into another. For verily I say unto you, you shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. All right, so this is the time that we're approaching now. Okay, so one moment, y'all. I don't know what's going on with this phone. Okay. So anyway, this is the time that we're approaching now. Okay, this demonization campaign, the persecution, all these things about to get started. Okay, and it's letting you know where a lot of this is going to be coming from. Notice how it says brother against brother, father, own family, things of this nature. Okay, those who never understood your walk to begin with feel some type of way already. Okay, so this is the time where all these things are going to start coming into play. Okay, not only that, but even those who follow, okay, you listen to the prophets, right? You subscribe to Israelite channels, all of these things, okay? They're going to be looking at you and probably question you too. Okay, so this is why, you all in or not, you got to really count the cost of something. Okay, only the Spirit of the Lord can awaken you into this. That's why the scripture talk about let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Because if the Spirit truly called you, then it's nothing on this earth, okay, like it talks about, okay, I think that's Romans 8, when it talks about our faith, nothing shall separate us from the love of the Most High, nothing on earth, under the earth, beneath, all of that, roughly paraphrasing. So if the Spirit really drew you, nothing is going to pull you away from that. Okay, but for those who think it's a game, you want to play Israelite and you want to, you really not in this, but you somebody is in it, you don't want to disappoint them or all those type of things. No, it's not the time for that. That's why the scripture told us, Luke the 14th chapter, count the cost. Okay, count the cost, because they're going to be looking at you too. Okay, you subscribe to this. These people are labeled domestic terrorism and this and that. Okay, you watching, you subscribe, you must be affiliated. Okay, so this is what it's going into. The Lord says, strive for the truth unto death, and he will fight for us. Let me grab that precept real quick. This is Sirach 4:28. Sirach 4:28, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So what is the truth? This word, okay? The words are truth. The word of the Lord is truth. So you strive and fight for the word of the Lord unto death if need be. Okay, then the Lord will take up that battle, that fight. See, the Lord don't respect cowards, okay? Respect your faith, okay? 10 toes down on the truth is what the Lord respects. Okay, let's look at the spirit of some of our ancestors, our forefathers who came before us. Look at the way they looked at things. Let's get Revelations 12 and 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto the death. Okay, so they didn't hold on or cling unto their lives, even into the death if need be. They was going to strive for the truth unto death, no matter what. Okay, but nonetheless, this is the time that we're coming in. Okay, great persecution against the Lord's people, the saints. Let me get this. Revelations, I think it's what's that? Revelations 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. See that? So it's letting us know what's going to happen. The devil's going to put some of us in prison. Okay, you subscribe to this, you affiliated with this, blah, 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 this false flag, you did this. Put them in, lock them up, throw them out. Some even put to death, whatever. But it's letting you know, look at the spirit of those who came before us. This is the same spirit instead that we have to be in. Okay? So nonetheless, the Lord says, strive for the truth in the death. He'll fight for us. Okay, what is this for the end of this one? Let me read that one more time. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Now, that ain't talking about the spiritual demon, say. He ain't going to come up with a pitchfork, throw you in prison. What is that talking about? That's the white man. The devil shall throw some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right? Also, let's get St. John 16:1. These things I have spoken unto you, that ye shall not be offended. They shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that they do Yahweh's service. And these things they will do to you, because they have not known the Father nor me. But these things I have told you, that when the time shall come, ye may remember that I told you of them. And these things I said not unto you at the beginning, because I was with you. So the Lord is letting us know, I'm warning you, this is what these holy scriptures are for. It's our strength, our comfort, that we being warned of these things now. So when they finally start to happen, well, cool. We wasn't waiting on it. We understand prophecy. The end can't come until this come. Okay, persecution has to come before the kingdom. Okay, so the Lord, this is what this Bible is, so we can be stable. Remember Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy time, strength of salvation. The strength of the Lord is his treasure. Okay, and I'm roughly paraphrasing, but this truth is going to comfort us. These words are this wisdom, the words that's spoken of the Lord that we read, these holy scriptures, that's what's going to keep us together and in our right mind. That's what's going to keep us from folding. Okay, so we so built off of this faith. If anything, is to a certain degree, is really just strengthening our faith, because what we see, everything that we read, is starting to take place in the earth. All right, let me go here and grab this last video.
Former Indianapolis Colts defensive lineman Daniel Muir and his wife, Kristen Muir, were arrested after their missing 14-year-old son, Bryson, was found at their home in Logansport, Indiana. Both face charges of domestic battery and obstruction of justice and are being held without bond because the judge considers them flight risks. Bryson, who had been reported missing 2 weeks earlier, is now in the custody of the Cass County Department of Child Services. The investigation began when Bryson's grandmother, Cheryl Wright, reported that he had injuries, including a black eye and a swollen face, and alleged that Daniel was responsible for Bryson's injuries. Bryson was found safe when police executed a search warrant at the Muir's residence, a property associated with the religious group Straightway Truth Ministry. Daniel Muir, known as Pastor, leads the Indiana location of this group, which encourages members to live together in isolated communities. Former Indianapolis Colts defensive lineman Daniel Muir and his wife, Kristen Muir, were arrested after their missing 14-year-old son,
Okay. But for example, that right there, okay, talking about straightway ministers, that's what I believe Pastor Dowell is over there. Okay, and he teaches, for this who his people are, Israel, and all of those type of things. But notice what they focused on. Okay, of course, in the end, they say which teaches its members to be isolated and live off their own land. Okay, as if something is wrong with growing your own land. I mean, living on your own land, growing your own food, producing your own water, those type of things. But also the other element of it, notice what they said. The boy's grandmother gave a call, say, okay, look like he been abused, blase, whatever. But this is the point that we're showing you through the scriptures, okay? When it talks about even family betraying one another, this is the time that we're coming into. See, it's people that's been sitting back watching you walk, don't agree with, flat out hate what you stand for, what you believe in, furthers the Bible. Okay, and this, don't think for a second, okay, Esau is not going to capitalize on that. Okay, they're going to be working hand in hand with Esau. Okay, whether it's what we read earlier, all those deceits, lies, false flag, mischief and deceit is in his tongue. They can't come up with nothing because for the most part, most Israelites pretty much, follow the Bible. Okay, as far as, breaking man's laws and things of that nature, no, we go according to the rule or the status quo about what's a model citizen should be. So it can't really get you like that. So what? It's going to come to a point of just straight up demonization and lies. All right. Let me grab this Matthew 34 and what is that? 34 and I think it's 34 and 9. Let me see. It ain't 34. Definitely 34. Let me see. Matthew. Let's see. I had one more scripture on it. I can't. Let me try to go here. Let's see. Let me try one more spot, then I'm just going to skip it. Okay, that's what I want. Okay, the water, y'all mentioned was right. All right, Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I've come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. Okay, and what is that sword? The truth, the Bible. So the Lord said, don't think I come to send peace, but I come to send a sword. That sword is going to divide. That's what that's going into. Verse 35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Now, why is that? What's going to cause a man enemies to be they of his own household? This sword, this Bible. That's that spiritual line of division, of separation. And anybody who ever the Spirit really drew or called them into this truth, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, it's not even nothing personal. When your Lord has awakened you on a certain level, it's automatically a level of separation or division that comes to between you and those who what? Not in the truth. Okay, but the world is going to spin that. Esau is going to spin that, is like you saw in the end of that video, also teaches members to be isolated and live. Okay, that's cultish. See, in the eyes of the world, that's going to be perceived, or you're going to be perceived as a cult. All right, and this is another reason why I went to this scripture. What that video it said, the grandmother noticed something, call the cops. See? So it's showing you who it's going to be. See, your own family, friends, people that didn't know, like I said earlier, looking from the outside in, don't understand. Lord ain't called it, woke them up. So just like the wife and things they don't understand, what Esau do, demonizes it. See? So let me finish this out. Verse 34, think not that I'm come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man in variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foe shall be there of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. See, and that's why you can't have no attachments or love nothing in this world more than the Most High, because if not, that's going to be the thing that the devil used, to draw you away. Okay, he allowing you, for example, separate you from your family. Okay, well, if you love your family more than the Lord, hey, I didn't know it was going to cost all this. See, even your own life. That's why we read, they love not their own lives unto the death, even if it costs your life. Okay, well, you holding on to your life, well, guess what? Okay, it's you didn't count the cost. All right, so this is lessons like this is necessary. Number one, because it's in the Bible. Then number two, this is the time that we're fastly moving into right now. So you're about to start hearing more and more situations like this, more and more demonizations. Okay, anything associated with Israel, or like the term they use now, black Hebrew Israelite. No Israelite in the world that I know refer to themselves as black, but that word black alone has a negative connotation to it. Okay, black cat, black male. Everything you associated with black is darkness, evil, gloomy. See, so this is why they intentionally spitting that term, black Hebrew Israelite. Okay, so nonetheless, this is just what we're showing you as the men of the Lord. This is what we're called to do. Okay, blow that trumpet. Continue to speak in this truth, to just give our people warning, heads up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and close it out right there. But once again, that's been demonization of the saints. I pray that this lesson has been edifying. Until next time, we're going to say shalom. We out.